YouTube. First time ever doing one of these videos. My name's Matt. I'm gonna take you for a little tour around my yard. I'm gonna kind of be starting this channel just to just show you my yard and, you know, some stuff I do in my yard, around the house, a little project I got going on. I'm an extreme DIYer. I like to do woodworking, yard stuff, yard maintenance. I actually built myself a pretty cool looking deck, and then I added on to my stairs right there. If I think about it, I'll put some pictures of what this looked like before I started doing all this. Something else I did while I was doing the deck is I built this nice little planter box right here, and you see it's extremely overgrown. I got a couple things around the house here. A little tour of the garden. We got some bay grasses I got to cut down, which I'll do a video on those. Nice little cleanup here. Got to happen in my yard. Little side porch steps that I built a couple years ago. A little more cleanup I got to do. You see the bay grasses are extremely overgrown. This was a fun project I did a couple years ago. I was actually putting in a bluestone walkway. This used to be all grass, and it was like a combination of old concrete that was here, and I made a little bluestone walkway. I'll try to do a little video on that and take you the process of that. I just have pictures from that time, no videos. Also built these little garden fences. Those are pretty cool. Super easy to do too, and you can make them really cheap. And you get these little solar caps right here on top. This one's a little dirty from the birds sitting on them. These are pretty cool. This flower bed I'm not so proud about. This one is just like a hot mess, to be honest. A couple bay grasses. My hopes is to kind of fill this out with bay grasses and maybe some ground cover. Kind of, you know, crowd out the weeds. Retaining wall that I built, there's part of it. And then I have a fence that separates my front yard from my backyard. And then another fence right there, which I gotta paint up this year. This was a fun little project I did when it was really hot a couple years ago in my garage. And it was super easy. Believe it or not, it only took 4 2x4s and 2 deck boards and a couple of those little baluster rails. Super easy and cheap project, and it really makes a big impact in my yard. And these little inserts right here, I actually built these from scratch by bending the wood in a different, weaving it in there like a little pattern. Fun little project. Backyard, retaining wall, the other side of the retaining wall. And this flower bed's coming along pretty nice. I got a couple little spike-tail grasses and a couple hostas. That's the back side of the deck here. This used to just be rails right here, but I decided to build myself a bench. So that's the subframe of the bench, and hopefully I'll be able to get some deck lumber once Home Depot or Lowe's gets it back in stock. The little step I built for the deck, part of the deck. Gotta do some pressure washing, some restaining of the deck. Summer really took its toll on it. This is my hot tub spa. Well, not really a hot tub anymore because the heater doesn't work in it, but I use it as a nice little pool. And it's just nice to kind of float in the summertime, drink a beverage, relax. And you can hang a little umbrella up there, so it makes a nice little area. And this little guy on the back holds the top of the spa. And then my one big bench right there I like to lay on after the spa. If you notice, it's got a little taper, little tilt to it or angle in the back. I modeled it after a Adirondack chair, so it's extremely comfortable. And yeah, stained that different color than the fence. That's like a teak color. Wanted to kind of stand out a little bit. Now this was a real fun project here. My little back mini fence with my pergola. This was super, super easy. Once I sunk the poles in the ground, I actually built this just from, you see each section has 2 stringers, 2 2x4s, and I just bought a mess of those little pickets that you get separately at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I just cut this little dog-eared pattern on top and just worked out my spacing so it looks like a nice little picket fence. Again, super cheap project, but it really, when I stand back, really frames my side of my yard here. And then a little pergola, again, it was just two pieces of wood per side, so 4 little 2x4s, a deck board on top cut to an angle, and some of those little 1x2 strips. Super easy, fun project. So if this is the type of stuff that you guys might like and subscribe. Try to put out new videos as I come up with ideas and, you know, things to do around the house, and just take you along on the journey. And if you like it, follow me along.